Name a better duo than an Apex Legends content creator and complaining. And that includes me, by the way, or an Apex Legends content creator and quitting. You guys know the age-old dilemma. Content creators quit the game, then they're back, then they quit again, they retire, they unretire, they quit again, they're back, and what's going on with the state of the game? It always is something. This season's so freaking weird because like the meta's kind of fun. It's like a little bit fresh, it's a little bit weird, it's definitely imbalanced, but it causes chaos, and that chaos is a little fun, at least compared to the last seasons. However, we are seeing content creators come out publicly and state that they are quitting, but we are also seeing the player base get higher peaks than what we saw last month. What does this mean for the future of the game? Well, it started off really a couple of days ago. Ever since this season came out, people were complaining, some were happy, but then the statement came out from Imperial How that we covered a couple of days ago, saying Apex had reached a point where even comp wasn't enjoyable. So many pros and creators are going to be leaving after champs. Well, it looks like now some of them are leaving before champs with how bad the game is. He says it's an actual clown show with what the game has become, saying, I know I'm always negative, blah, 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 but this game right now has so many issues to the point that it's seeping into the competitive scene. Usually comp would be fine, but now it's an actual joke. Zero exaggeration. Then a couple of days ago, Snipedown also said that the new Apex meta might officially convince him to start playing Call of Duty full-time and Apex part-time. Going to be grinding when I get back while I wait for ranked play. No, I have no goals of competing in COD. I want to clear that up. I still love Apex. I just personally have always been a fan of gun skill and quick outplays, not Iron Dome shields, abilities, and quick healing. Saying that he doesn't like the meta update. Clearly, it takes the fun away from me. I'm just a simple kind of gamer. Zera, a former pro player, also said the exact same thing, similar to saying I'm done with Apex comp, by the way, and instead I'm pursuing Deadlock content with some Apex as well. Been having a lot of fun with it, but once again, the same thing, the same thing, the same thing. Quitting Apex comp, quitting Apex Legends, leaving the game, and going to something else. It seems to be another creator, Draynilla, just yesterday. I hate tweeting about it, but I'd rather let my actions speak for themselves. But I think I'm pretty much done with Apex. I've had passion for the game for 2 years, and it feels like I have nothing to grind for outside of ranked or comp. COD has been calling my name, and especially with Warzone coming out, it just feels like the right move. Appreciate all, especially my community who always show up for me no matter what the game is. You guys truly have changed my life, so let's continue to make more dope stuff happen and create some amazing memories onwards to the next chapter. So it's like, dang, bro, like they actually are leaving. More content creators are quitting, more pro players leaving, quitting, complaining, saying that the game is just bad. And on the other half, there are a lot of people saying, look, those pros are just complaining. Some pro players are calling them out for complaining, saying the game is fun again, the game feels fresh again. And here's what we're seeing from the community members. If you take a look at the 1 month graph for Steam charts, and obviously Steam charts aren't everything, but at least you can compare and say here's a massive chunk of the player base. Many people on console are probably doing the same. I would imagine the graphs are pretty much similar, probably better, because console gamers tend to be a little bit more casual, and casual players seem to not really have as much of a problem with Apex as PC players, which tend to be creators, pro players, or just really big sweats. Anyways, as you can see over the last month or so, back in October, we were having these tinier little dips, and the graph in general was just not going over that middle line. And you're looking at about a peak of 146,000, 150,000 maybe at best. And then you can see clearly when the update dropped. You see that massive jump there from November 5th through November 7th. And here we're now hitting peaks 195, going over that middle graph pretty consistently. 195, 186, 209, 170. And it's very clear that when people get off work and when people get home, there are a massive amount of people getting on to play, which is better because these numbers are much more than what they were. Now, the average player base is still down. The average player base is definitely not in a good spot, but at least it seems to have been better. But it is worthy to note that over the last 4 or 5 days or so, it has declined slightly. It's no longer going over that middle line, but it is still higher than what it was back in October. The peak's hitting every night about 170,000. So it seems like the overall player base may be coming up slightly with the new season and maybe a little bit more engaged with the new season, but overall we are still massively down. So they definitely got to do something to keep drawing people back, because once again, more and more are quitting by the day. Apex is in a unique dilemma because yeah, it's like doom and gloom, like people are quitting, they're leaving, whatever. But on the other hand, for the first time in a while, a lot of players are saying it finally feels fresh and different. different again? Is it just a honeymoon phase? Are the pros just crybabies? What's going on? Let me know what your thoughts are down below. By the way, if you missed this patch note, Respawn forgot to put in the fact that charge rifles can now break down doors. I don't know how they missed that patch note, but they did let us know. So make sure to go grab a charge rifle and make the lobbies even crazier with the update that just happened. See you all in the next one. Take care of yourselves. Have a great rest of your day. And until the next time, we'll see you later, Gators.